Okay, we are slowly being replaced by machine. Within the next 10 years, we will be completely outsourced by robots. These tin cans are going to replace humans. Computers are way more functionable than any human could ever be. They don't make mistakes. Sometimes they do due to human error, but most of the time they don't make mistakes. They don't need to be fed. They don't need breaks. Really, they just need to work. That's their only function, work. That's why the job market, it's so freaking competitive. It's ridiculously competitive. Every employer, they don't want somebody with personality. They don't want somebody with actual what's the word for it, who wants to live life. They don't want anybody who wants to live life. They just want a machine, basically, somebody who wants to do nothing but work. They want you to work 8, 10, 12-hour shifts doing the same repetitive task over and over again, non-stop, all day. They want you to do it perfect. Now, most human population, unless you're crazy, wouldn't work these crazy shifts. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the job market wasn't like this. There wasn't 50 applicants signed up for a job at McDonald's, okay? And you have to compete with people wanting to work a job at McDonald's. It wasn't like that because we didn't have to compete with machines at the time, but now we have to compete with machines. We gotta compete each other. We gotta compete with employers. We gotta compete with other countries, China, Russia. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much we have to compete in this job market. And look at this. Look at this. Look at these robots. These robots, if the picture will render, they could probably do the work of at least 50 people. If you were paying these robots and you calculate how many people will have to take breaks, lunch breaks, shifts being over, shifts starting, having to go home and take a nap, it could easily do the work of at least 50 to 100 people. That's just my estimate. This right here, this will be the future. This will be the future. You will no longer have people working anymore. We will go in the age where there will be no work. I'm sorry to say, money won't exist. Because you can't stop technology. You will never be able to stop technology. Name one instance where technology has been able to be stopped. Even when they invented the nuclear bomb, they didn't say, oh, this technology, it's too powerful. We gotta not make it. No, they just went and did it. They went and did it, and that goes with every single weapon. That goes with every single danger to society. We keep inventing, and as long as it's useful in some form, it's going to be invented. So now we have all these jobs being taken by machines. This is how the military is going to work in the year 2040. It's not going to be just you having rifles, you having basic guns. It's going to be you having machines doing all the work for you, all the fighting for you, and whoever has the most machines will win. It will be completely machine based or robot based. People will start dating robots, as we've seen in the movie Detroit Become Human, or the movie game, because I don't really consider that a game, to be honest. It's really an interactive movie, but we've seen that, things like that, and it's happening everywhere. People will, this is my prediction, people will eventually stop work and they will start playing video games. They will start consuming media 24/7. They will plug themselves into virtual simulation to escape the harsh reality of the real world. That's already happening with video games, and it's going to escalate into something terrible. The world's just going to be completely ran by robots, and you will have no real career. And a lot of people say, oh, that's a good thing, we don't need people work. Well, we have to do something. There'll be so much genocide. Governments will slaughter their own citizens by the million because they don't need us anymore. As soon as they replace us by robots, oh, we don't need this army of humans anymore. We'll just have this army of robots that will regulate your lives. They don't make mistakes. They can instantly scan you and search through a database of millions of faces and instantly recognize each robot. Can a human recognize a million faces? Can a human go through a database of millions of faces? No, a human can't even recognize 10 faces, if even, maybe 100 max if you're really good. And now we're being outsourced by China, which they work like 36-hour shifts over there. They literally do nothing but work, and they are not allowed to talk, not allowed to eat maybe a few lunch breaks here and there, 10-minute lunch breaks. They have to scarf down their food in like 30 seconds so you don't mess up production. But there are these sweatshops where they're slaves. They're slaves. And China will eventually get outsourced by robots. And China is trying desperately hard to be robots. Their workforce is literally human robot because they don't show emotion. They don't do anything but work. That's all they do. That's all they do in their workforce. Unless you're a part of the upper class. Look at this. So now we can be all happy and friendly with our fellow robot, but we'll treat our fellow man like garbage. That's honestly insane. A freaking robot can show compassion better than your average human being. And that's honestly what's scary about it. Robots are going to replace us. It's not even in question anymore. It's just, when is it going to happen officially? That's honestly the question. It's not if, it's when. Look at this. A McDonald's worker being a robot. Do you want fries with that? See, that's all they have to ask. It's easy to program somebody to say that. Do you want fries with that? It's so easy. It's so easy. So of course they're going to replace us with robots. The question is, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? How will we purchase items? How will we find living space and buy stuff? How will we run the economy when robots do everything? And when artificial intelligence really takes over, and the point of artificial intelligence is to replicate human behavior and do it better. That's honestly the point of artificial behavior. But if these robots get so smart and so good at replicating human behavior, who's to say they won't turn on us? Who's to say they won't turn on us 40, 60 years in the future? I mean, they can do everything better than us. They can punctuate their words better than us. They don't slip up. They have perfect aim if they were in combat. It will be like aimbot. Pew, 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 pew. How are you going to compete against that? Human soldiers will be worthless. It's just a matter of time before our civilization will get taken over by robots. We will be replaced. The robots will turn against us. You guys, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But when you actually think about it, all throughout these years, people have been predicting it in the forms of movies, comics, and it's happening right in front of our face as well. So is it really crazy to say that robots will eventually turn against us? Technology will get so smart, so efficient, that we will be forced to go to war with it. I mean, I understand computers, what have you, whatnot. They all serve a purpose for humans. But when will it reach the point where we start serving the robot? That is what I'm saying. When is it going to be that the robots don't even, or the computers don't even need the humans to grip the mouse, to man the keyboard? Oh, you don't need to do that because I can do it all manually through artificial intelligence. You don't understand. You are worthless as of now. Your well-being doesn't mean anything to all these robotic companies, to all these companies. They're all invested in technology companies. All these companies like McDonald's. Who do you think they're investing their future in? Think they're investing their future in man? Or are they going to invest their future in the perfect worker? Who's to say they can't create their own civilization? Who's to say they can't just produce 1 million robots and just run their own economy through there? Produce 1 million super civilian and then kill 1 million obsolete humans. See, what people don't understand is humans, we're technology. Whether you like it or not, we serve a specific purpose in this world. Our purpose was to live life, experience life, but that doesn't work. That is our fundamental flaw. We are not made to do the same thing over and over again each day. So we'll be replaced. Your kids will be replaced. Their kids will be replaced if they have kids. A very bleak future. And I would say protest. I would say shut these robotic companies down. That's not going to do anything. They know exactly what they're doing, but they don't care because they want money. It's all they care. They want to make a world filled with robots that they can easily control. That is their end game.